Hey everyone, we now have another Bette Davis drama, the 1940 movie, The Letter. Now a calm night in Malaya is disrupted by the sound of gunshots. The villagers come to the scene, where they see Leslie Crosby, Bette Davis, and the dead body of Jeff Hammond. She has one of her servants try to contact her husband, Herbert Marshall, who then gets in touch with the police and their lawyer, Howard Joyce, James Stevenson. Now, after questioning Leslie, they learn that, according to her, Jeff had come over without invitation and tried to force himself on her before she grabbed a gun to shoot him. Now, at first, her story seems to satisfy everybody, although she would still have to go to jail for a time and stand trial. Trouble arises, however, when Howard's assistant, Ong Chi Sen Young, tells him that a friend of his is in possession of a letter written by Leslie to Jeff on the day he died that goes against the story Leslie was telling. When Howard confronts Leslie about it, she at first denies writing the letter, then, when caught in the lie, admits that she did indeed write it. Against his better judgment, she convinces Howard to try and get the letter. Now they learn that the letter is being held by Jeff Hammond's widow, played by Gail Sondergaard, and she is demanding A, $10,000, which is almost all the money that Leslie's husband has saved up, and B, Leslie has to deliver the money to her in person. Now, needing Robert's permission to use the money, Howard tells them about the letter, but misrepresents its importance and the actual cost, and so Robert agrees to pay. Now, Howard is able to get Leslie out of jail by having her put in his custody. He takes her to Mrs. Hammond, and they are able to get the letter. Now, of course, with Howard's conscience bothering him, the question is, will Leslie be acquitted at the trial or pronounced guilty? Now, The Letter is based on a 1924 play by W. Somerset Maugham. It had been turned into a movie before in 1929, which also featured actor Herbert Marshall, the husband from the 1940 film, as the lover, and the story would be done again a few more times. Now, The Letter brought back together actress Bette Davis and director William Wyler nearly 2 years after their previous success with Jezebel. Now, while they had their disagreements on this movie, particularly with how Bette Davis should deliver a very crucial line near the end of the film, they managed to make things work, including with the film's ending, a change that had been required by the censors at the time. Now, as I continue to work my way through some of Bette Davis's filmography, I continue to find I'm enjoying her performances, and this is another great one. From the opening shot to the end, I was riveted by her acting, which made it altogether too easy to get lost in the movie. I certainly think she earned her nomination for Best Actress that year. Now, do I think she should have won? No, as I'm still very heavily biased in favor of Ginger Rogers' win that year for Kitty Foyle. Now, of course, the cinematography is great here, whether it be the opening shot or another one a bit later as it travels through the house as Bette Davis's character tells her story of what happened that night, or just a great many other things. This is easily a great movie and one I would quite certainly recommend. This movie is available on Blu-ray and DVD from Warner Archive Collection. So, how is the transfer for the Blu-ray release? Well, to borrow a line from the 1938 Warner Brothers cartoon Daffy Duck in Hollywood, it's amazing, marvelous, stupendous, colossal, tremendous, gigantic, astounding, unbelievable, spectacular, phenomenal. And it's good, too. Now, they might be overstating it a little, but I would definitely say that they did right by this movie, and that's all I can ask for. The movie itself is 1 hour and 35 minutes in length. Well, that should be all I have to say on this one, everybody, so thanks for listening, and I hope you'll keep tuning in for more.